And what happens for the rest of the year when it comes to inflation in the U.S.? Is the Fed going to hike rates again? Again, a lot of people were saying you cannot raise rates again. One of the reasons Silicon Valley Bank collapsed was because of this massive rate hike. We've never seen anything like this in history, I think, of such a quick rate hike. Obviously, they got imbalanced assets on their balance sheet, couldn't, make their capital calls. And then the Fed went and increased another quarter. They could do that going forward. I think you've said this on the show, and I've had other guests that say, like Jim Rickards, have said, the Fed funds rate has nothing to do with inflation. That's a supply chain issue. That's other issues. So they're turning this knob over here to say that we're changing this over here, and there's no correlation. It's like the button's not even connected. So how does this play out, do you think? Are they going to keep raising rates and keep sending everything down the drain?
Well, again, it's history. History is his story. And I was a history nut. But you go back upon what was Biden's first move? His very first move as president. He cut off the Keystone XL pipeline that ran oil from Canada to America. I'm into oil. I don't buy stocks, bonds, or mutual. I touch nothing paper. That's just my MO, my shtick. So I was selling oil when Trump was president. I was selling oil at $30 a barrel. And my oil came from North Dakota, Louisiana, and Texas. So I'm selling oil at $30 a barrel. I'm happy. I'm making a decent profit. I get tax breaks for selling oil. And the moment that was his first act, oil went from $30 a barrel to $130 a barrel. Biden, the people's president, he's the biggest criminal I've ever seen. So I immediately, when he did that, because I'm an oil guy, I used to work for Standard Oil of California. I drove oil tankers up and down the West Coast. The moment he did that, I said, they're going to crush the middle class. So Biden's first act was to crush the middle class, because I could see some soccer mom standing there next to her Lincoln SUV pumping gasoline. I don't know how much it is a gallon, because it doesn't make any difference to me, because I'm getting richer. I almost voted for Biden after that. I mean, when my oil went from $30 to $130 a barrel, I said, oh, wow, I'll vote for you. But I know he's crushing the middle class, and that's what leads to communism. So he's crushing the middle class, and then they say, well, it's Russia that's screwing up the oil. No, you did it, you idiot. Then he opens up the southern border, and fentanyl pours across, and that causes homelessness. As if we haven't got enough, because they can't function on drugs. Then he took us out of the, Afghan war, and Saudi Arabia said, screw you to America, and said, we're joining the BRICS. So this whole thing right now is being coalesced around a thing called the gold-backed Chinese yuan and the BRICS nation. And the BRICS nation is going to be about 70% of the world's population will now be using the gold-backed Chinese yuan, which means the U.S. dollar is toast. As you know, Brian, 1944 was when the U.S. dollar became the reserve currency of the world. And we violated that in 71 when Nixon took us off the gold standard. You look at this coin right here. This here is a John F. Kennedy 1964 silver coin. That was the last year America's coins were silver. So in 64, Johnson, president, took the silver out of this coin and it became a base currency, debased it. And after that, they could print as much money as they want. And our school system, we're a bunch of communists anyway. They keep saying, go to school, work hard, save money, pay your taxes, invest in a well-diversified portfolio, stock, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. What happened in 74 was that was a year that the ERISA came out, Employee Retirement Income Security Act. Today is called the 401k or IRA. And that's why I wrote this book here, Who Stole My Pension? You look at the rioting going on in France today, it's pensions, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah.
It's all correlated.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.